We're talking Disney in this second segment here, Dan. And this is kind of a check-in on a conversation that we had back in January. We finally have some details on the Disney Plus offering that a lot of people have been waiting for.
Oh, I'm so excited about this.
You personally excited.
So we've talked about on this show, me and you and various other hosts, about how many streaming services I have. And the answer is roughly all of them, except some of the like sports. I don't have like the MLB package and things like that. But I've got like 13 or 14 different streaming services, partly for my job, partly because I'm not good with money in some situations.
You enjoy it, right?
It's and I do watch a lot of stuff. So I was kind of steeled against Disney Plus. There was a part of me going, all right, I'm a big Star Wars fan, but it's only 2 Star Wars shows. Like, I like all the Marvel movies. Oh, wait a minute, it's going to be 6 Marvel shows? So the offering of content, if you're a family, is super Disney. Everything Disney ever, eventually, once the rights clear up. New shows from Marvel, new Pixar content, so really something from everybody. All the Fox content. So The Simpsons' new home will be Disney Plus. And they're charging $6.99 a month for it, which is roughly half the price of Netflix.
Yeah, I think that's a masterstroke move. And I have to give you and I a little credit here. When we talked about it back in early 2019, we did say, I'm expecting this to go up at about $7 or $8 a month. Looks like we got that one right. I think if you're looking to have multiple streaming subscriptions, to pay $11 or $12 a month, maybe $13 a month for Netflix, and then be able to tack this on and only be paying about $20, that feels pretty reasonable.
They're going to take share from Hulu, which is their product, which is interesting. So they're going to counteract that by offering you Hulu Live, Disney Plus, ESPN Plus at a bundle price. They haven't said what that bundle price is, but they did acknowledge that they intend to do that.
When is this actually going to launch, Dan? When are people going to be able to start using it?
Oh, you have to ask that. November?
I think sometime in the early fall. I think maybe November 12th, something like that.
That sounds right. And it's going to be a blockbuster launch. They're not rolling out with all this content at once, but honestly, they're going to launch with The Mandalorian, which is the Jon Favreau Star Wars show. That alone might have got me to buy the first couple months. And if you're a movie fan, they will eventually have all the Avengers movies, all the Pixar movies. It's a huge wealth of content. And we said this on the other show. They're the only people who could do this. Nobody else could launch an immediate Netflix competitor.
Yeah. And the pricing's smart. I think what people need to keep in mind with this is stock went up 10% after they announced these details on their investor day. And this is all-time highs for Disney, which is great because as a Disney shareholder, I've looked at it for a while, been like, there's something wonderful here, but we've been kind of just swimming along and there hasn't really been great gains. Even with this great news, even with this stock pop, this is not going to be something that immediately changes the books for Disney.
No, and it's a huge investment. So they forecast 60 to 90 million subscribers by 2025, and that's a huge number. And the price, you have to assume the price will go up because everyone else will go up. So probably every time Netflix raises $1, Disney will go up by 75 cents or something.
And we're getting close to like an annual cadence on that. So
yeah, and at some point, I think there's going to be a value loss, and maybe it's 15, maybe it's 19. I don't know what the number is, but like we've talked about, you can shut Netflix off. You can right now, and you lose some of your saved stuff, but you could go in and say like, you know what, I'm going to watch Disney for the next 3 months. And some people who binge watch TV that way. I tend to be more, I watch traditional episodically. I don't want to watch 4 episodes of the same show in a night most of the time. So that method maybe doesn't work for me, but for your generation that's used to binging, I think Netflix is going to push people to say like, yeah, I'm going to shut my account off for 3 months.
I know there are some people that do the streaming rotation where they have one for 3 months or 4 months of the year, then they switch over and have another one for another couple months. And they kind of do this like A, B, C, D, rinse, repeat so that they can watch all of the shows that are new on the platform. I'm not one of those people, but I also only have a Netflix subscription. So maybe that's part of it.
Right. It's something like I feel like I should do. And anytime I've ever thought about it, I am in a 3-person household. I have a wife and a child. So I'll say like, oh, like I'm not watching Netflix this month, but my wife will be like 8 episodes into something. So it doesn't always work, but with a little bit of planning, I think the pricing is going to get high.
Yeah, it's a little tougher to do that when you have that many stakeholders. As someone who is, just me making those subscription decisions, a little bit simpler.